Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ariel, and today I'm going to be doing a Rihanna inspired type of look. This is the look that she wore in the front cover of the Elle magazine, and I just loved it so much. And I honestly wanted to gravitate toward the Galaxy Chic palette by BH Cosmetics just because the colors were so similar. So right now I'm just going to be talking about a little bit about what I'm doing, even though I kind of just went back and forth with certain colors and I just did a trial and error type of thing. I didn't practice this. This was just a one-time go, and as you can see, my foundation did not match me whatsoever, so I had to add on another layer, well, not a complete other layer, but just on the outer edges of my face, I put a bit of a darker foundation just because I'm a bit tan right now. I know it's not a crazy tan, but I am naturally really fair, especially during the winter, and I did go to the beach a couple of times this summer. So, moving on. I am starting to carve out the heart. I regretted this afterwards because it was really hard to blend this out. This is an eyeliner from Wet n Wild, and I just thought I'll take a purple eyeliner since the outer edges of the heart are going to be darker. I knew that that's where the dimension was going to be in my face, so that's what I did. I just traced a heart around my face, and I had Rihanna's picture on my phone to as a reference to look back on, just to see where to shade a little bit more, where to not. So I'm using this Maybelline Color Tattoo in, I believe, Purple Haze, it's what it's called. And I applied it all over my lips. And then I decided I might as well just put this on my lids as well. I knew I wasn't going to go a little crazy with the lids. But here is the star of the show. I mostly used Comet all over pretty much the inner portions of my face. And I was so excited about this, you guys. You have no idea. It was super late, but I just had this vision in my head. And like I've said it before, like I'll create looks in my head and just hope for the best that it comes out great. So I am just putting the eyeshadow Comet all over, well, pretty much in the inner portions of my face of the heart because I knew that, like I said, I was going to add dimension on the outer edges of the heart. So I'm using this brush. It's from the Sculpt and Blend set from BH Cosmetics. It's the same brushes that I always use. I'll have them linked down below. But yeah, I'm just using it to pretty much lay the first layer of that color. You're going to see that I go back and forth, back and forth. I even wet my brushes in some portions, and I just go back and forth and see where to add a little bit more color, where to not. So that's what I'm doing, just adding Comet all over the inner portions of my face. I honestly haven't had no idea how this was going to turn out, and I think it turned out pretty good if I do say so myself. So I'm just putting it everywhere at this point. Just taking the brush, dipping it in, putting it all over my face, and hoping for the best. So here I'm going in with the color Milky Way. This is a bit of a darker color, a darker purple, which is why I used it. And like I said, I regretted drawing out that heart with that eyeliner because it was hard to blend out and I didn't want that harsh line. So I ended up taking a baby wipe. You can take a makeup wipe, whatever you prefer. I have baby wipes, and just kind of taking it off and just leaving that trace of the heart there just so I can use it as a guide to where to put the shadow on, and just cleaning up a little bit, going back and forth like I said. So this is a Wet n Wild blending brush. I love this brush. I use it all the time, and I'm going in with Milky Way on the outer edge. This is a perfect brush for blending, hence why it's a blending brush. And it was just perfect to lay the first layer of that darker purple because it just diffused it out so nicely. Later on, I'll go back in with a denser brush a wet brush to really pack in that dimension and just go in with the purple. So I'm contouring my nose. Her nose wasn't as contoured in the picture, but this isn't an exact replica. I was just doing my take on it, just trying to, just play with makeup and try to recreate that beautiful. I don't know. I just thought it was so creative of her to do that, and it's just so edgy. Ah, in love. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to take a denser brush. This is the BH Cosmetics Rose Gold set of brushes, and like I said, I use them all the time. This is one of my favorite brushes. I'm going in with Comet in a denser brush to really make it more vibrant and going over certain areas where that bigger brush probably couldn't pack on as much pigment. So that is what I'm doing, listening to music and just trying to get this image on my face. Again, going back in with Milky Way, I'm just packing on. That's pretty much what I do for the rest of the video. I just go back and forth. I even get a darker purple, like in this clip right here. I am using a darker purple, just a regular purple eyeshadow I had from my 120 color palette from BH Cosmetics, and it's just regular color dark purple, and I'm using it on the outer edge to add that dimension. And the way that I carved out the heart was I realized that it sculpted her face, so I just dragged it along the hollows of my cheeks, just above it. That way it could act as a fake contour, so to say, and I'm using those same shades, the shades that I used to contour the edges of my cheeks, to contour my nose and to add a little bit more depth to my crease, just going back and forth, making sure there's just dimension in the face and not just flat out purple haze type of look. I also decided to fill in my eyebrows with a purple eyeliner. I just wanted to add that purple touch to it. Afterwards, I wet a brush with some setting spray, and I used Comet to pretty much highlight my cupid's bow. I just add that much more oomph to the shadow since it's already amazing as it is. Afterwards, the last thing I did was apply mascara. I used L'Oreal's Lash Paradise. It's been my go-to lately, and that's pretty much it. It was just going back and forth. I really do like the way that it turned out. I hope you guys did too, and I also hope that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure to like this video if you did indeed like it, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!